You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 20. '27.
Check out! 280! 52! That's right, baby. They don't want alert!
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run with Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Third and long. It's Love. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
I'm coming for you. You know. Check. 36 power.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Looking long for Westbrook. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Go now. And we're going 37.
On third down, Wilson. Looking long for Westbrook. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
This is Breida. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5.
61, matchbox lights.
On second down, a run with Breida. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. From the gun on third down, Love. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
That's a safety creek. Protein spills. Gone right.
They're going to go. It's locked. And Pascal's got it. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Love. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
We're scoreless after 1.
What? 50, Mike 50. Let's go, defense. Good job right there.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
At the 37-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm going back. 0, 0, 0. Spot that, spot that. No test, no test.
From the 27, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Anthony Miller, 27 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now it's Breida. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Brown. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. He returns the punt 61 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
I know the question will come up. If Antonio Brown is maybe the best receiver in the game, why would you risk him on special teams? I think we just saw why.
I was just going to say Exhibit A. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's Breida. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 44 yards. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run with Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Locke. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Change the mic. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 11. Mike 10. Let's go, baby. Need turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Luck now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
You got 3. Three down.
Hey, 0. Get up for signal.
Who's that?
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Now, and he's going to go down. Back back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Jadeveon Clowney providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I got him. Check 13. Check 13. He's coming. He's coming. 14. Got it. Hey, alert.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Eagles' 33-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Wilson gets this one to Juszczyk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Kareem Hunt, 59 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Luck. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
11B.
A shotgun snap for Luck. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Back-to-back running plays, putting them in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Here's Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
Keep on right. Hey, check. 3 down. 12. Tighten up. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Got one.
They are going for it. It's Locke. That's going to be caught by Samuel. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Mike 50. Man, I got you. Good job right there. Good job.
Wilson now on third down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
57 left. Go, 14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get...
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Hunt. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On the run, this is Hunt. Got some real estate inside the 30. And cuts out. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kareem Hunt. His second touchdown of the night. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd and 7, Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Throwing is Luck. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. With it is Brown. Brown with his stick skills. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Flag 90.
Mike 37. Come to my work. We won.
They'll run on 1st down. Hensley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 3rd down, Hensley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Kill.
They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
52's the mic. I'm here all day.
Spot. Monday.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. They run again with Breida.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
12. Guys, pick it up. Check 24. 12. Mike 52.
Hey, exit. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Watch the run. 52's the mic.
To throw is Lott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there.
11B. 41 Mike.
Here we go on 4th. Luck. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And, Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game, and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.